Did you know that in 2025, Indonesia recorded as a country with 4th highest crime index in Southeast Asia and ranked 3rd globally in online child sexual exploitation? One mechanism to prove sexual violence is through visum. Unfortunately, since 2026, the government has stopped funding visum for sexual violence victims. On the other hand, the government program Cita in the national priority commits to legal strengthening, gender equality, and the protection of women and children from all forms of violence. Ladies and gentlemen, why do we suffer from injustice? And what can the government do when underprivileged groups suffer as the most affected groups? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, and greetings of virtue. My name is Salomita Hohakay. I'm honored and humble as Mahasiswa Berprestasi from Universitas Atma, Jaya, Yogyakarta. Today, I stand here to deliver informative speech under SDG number 16, Peace, Justice, and Strong Institution. In Indonesia, 1 in 4 women has experienced physical and sexual violence. Imagine if one person who has been a victim of sexual violence still has to pay for a visum. The visum itself costs approximately 40,000 rupiah. Today, the cost of living for Indonesians is around 35,000 rupiah per day. Do you see why it's detrimental to underprivileged group? We must take action, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I'm here to deliver a solution to make an impact. To answer this crisis, I propose to you a multi-sector financing scheme for sexual violence victims. Visum is the backbone of evidence for victims of sexual violence. Why? Criminal Procedure Code Article 235 stipulates that a medical certificate is required as evidence to prove physical or psychological violence. It's a way to the victim to access justice in the court. Therefore, let me introduce you to how we can provide access to justice to solve this issue. I call it ACE, Alliance, Collaborative, Equitable. Let me elaborate. Alliance. Consistently, over the past 3 years, the ratio between male and female victims has stood at 1 to 4. This means that for every 5 victims of violence, 1 is male and 4 are female. Statistics show that women remain the most vulnerable, ladies and gentlemen. Amidst the demands for budget efficiency, an urgent question arises. How can Indonesia remain present and accountable in financing visum for sexual violence without neglecting the dynamics of physical efficiency? This is where the cross-institutional collaboration becomes vital. Through the synergy of the National Police, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Home Affairs, and Ministry of Women Empowerment and Child Protection. By establishing a Joint Ministerial Decree among these 4 institutions, it is expected that procedures and visum fees can be standardized nationally or also regionally. 2. Collaborative. The central government must optimize locked non-physical special allocation funds specifically for legal medical services, while the Ministry of Home Affairs provides a legal umbrella for local government to confidently reserve visum budgets in the regional budget. In this regulatory guarantee, local government no longer needs to fear of being accused of budget waste in the protecting their citizens. And last one, ladies and gentlemen, equitable. According to the data from the Central Bureau of Statistics, as of September in 2025, the poverty rate in Indonesia has reached 8.25% of the total population. There must be a mandatory directive for all regional general hospitals and community health centers to immediately treat victims without requiring an upfront payment. This is not only for underprivileged. Access to justice is equal constitutional right for every citizen. Therefore, visum policies must be inclusive and barrier-free. Ladies and gentlemen, if the poor remain trapped in the injustice, can we still claim that injustice belongs to everyone? Think about it. I'm Salomita Hohakay. Thank you very much.